When anybody asks me what's the role of Eisenstein in world cinema, I remember what Fellini said about Chaplin after he died. Fellini said that he was a sort of Adam from whom we are all descended. I say the same thing about Eisenstein, a kind of Adam from whom the filmmakers following him are the descended. And talking about the particular book which is being released today, I must say that Siegel has done a very challenging job to bring out the autobiography of Eisenstein. Years ago, another book was published. It was called Immoral Memories, edited by Herbert Marshall. But the knowledgeable people say this is not a very genuine autobiography, so a genuine book is still to be translated and published. That was how Naveen Kishore of Siegel walked into the scene and then got the rights to translate it, got it translated by a very eminent translator, and now it is out. So it is not only about himself. This autobiography is also about his concept of cinema, his understanding of cinema, and about the world around him.
That is from Mr. Sergei.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sen. Thank you.
Also to
May I now request Mrinalda to say a few words. After that, we will...
On an occasion like this, a great book has been published and has just been released. And I can shout from housetop that this, in the history of international publication, this is an event of unusual importance and a very challenging job by Siegel. A book on Eisenstein has been published by Eisenstein on himself. B, as a matter of fact, who was one of Eisenstein's dearest students and who was the first to translate biography, because this has been heavily pruned, the book. It was published by Herbert Marshall, another of Eisenstein's students, and B, a competent man. So the book is out now, and I take a share of pride because I was a bit instrumental in building the connection between I told Jelida about a publishing firm called Siegel, based in Calcutta, who were out to do something very unusual, music, painting and all. And it is he who proved that cinema, all about it, that it was so close to fiction, it was so close to poetry, it was so close to painting, music and all. And amount of Catholicity that was in him, Eisenstein. Besides, he had an inimitable sense of humor, which is why perhaps the publishers have decided to have his own paintings, his own sketches. And when you see it, I read out to you, this could be my speech. I read out to you what he said about this book. Eisenstein says, autobiography, that means writing about yourself. I have been writing about cinema for 20 years, and truth be told, most of that has essentially been about myself. You try to write about your work with detachment, but it always ends up about yourself from within, unduly personal, too detailed, intimate, and most often triumphant. I had the same problem now. This time it is at least legitimate, since the matter in hand is autobiography. An autobiography, as everyone knows, means writing about yourself. So this is what it is, and I hope you will enjoy reading it.